Hey guys, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead, and I am going to take you around and give you the 1st of July garden tour of 2021. And boy, have things changed around here. Let me go show you real quick. Well, over here guys, we have 2 zucchini, 2 yellow squash, 1 more yellow squash right there, cucumbers, and this is a burpless country cuke, and 2 lemon cucumbers. And then over there we've got loofahs. That was my Christmas present from my mom. My dad started those for me, and now they're in here. I've got the marigold there and a marigold down here. It's fixing to open. And then over here, hey, I got one that opened. Got an orange marigold. There it goes. And then we've got 3, and I know these are close guys, I'm just gonna let them run wild in here, but 3 black diamond watermelons, and then 2 sugar babies that I started from seed. Walking around back here, we've got Emma's herb bed from last year. All of her mint. This is lemon balm, lemon bee balm, sweet mint back there. Same plant, it just crossed over. Bee balm right here. Spearmint, lemon mint, pineapple sage. Over here we've got sweet basil, Thai basil, rosemary, thyme, dill, sage, and oregano. My ginger I had there did not come up, so I put the oregano in there. And then my marigold's blooming. Over here is our lemongrass, horehound, catnip that is blooming. We got mullein, lavender. This is the original lavender, and when I put it in here it shocked really bad. Just in case, I bought 2 small ones. And then there is some nasturtiums, my milkweed, my yarrow, which has went through a major heart attack shock and has now started coming back. My feverfew, it has turned yellow, but I can see the new growth is turning green, so it's coming out of shock. And then the lemongrass on the end. In the other bed here, we've got lemongrass and calendula right here. And this toothache plant is going wild. And it is actually rooting at the little joints where the leaves come out. It's rooting, so it is spreading. And then the big leaves right there is elecampane. Beside it right there is the pink dandelion. I've got some echinacea, the purple coneflower. And then right here is the black-eyed Susans. My nasturtiums over there, they had a slight massive stroke when I transplanted them as well. Here is my Texas hummingbird mint that has some little pink flowers on them. Let's see if we can get it to focus right there. And over there is my chamomile that has bloomed. And it's got a bunch of little blooms on it. Over here we got our tower of yellow wax beans in the stackable planters, and we decided to put them on this barrel down here. It's turned upside down. The planters are sitting on top of it because these beans around the bottom were running along the concrete, so we decided just to go ahead and put it on top of the barrel. And here we've got some petunias and marigolds that has flowered, and there's some compost tea. Logan's little sunflower here, it's the last one to come up, and it's the teddy bear, so we're waiting to get it planted. Just not getting big enough. Here's our beets, and I think we've got a couple that's getting big enough to harvest pretty soon. You can see that one right there, about the size of a golf ball. I've got an explosion of petunias up there, and let me tell you, the ones that are in this one come from the crack right here where it fell through the deck last year and they reseeded, because remember our deck was up here and they fell through the deck and seeded right there. And you can see I couldn't get that one out of the ground, so I just left it. But that is where those come from, and then these reseeded just from being in that pot last year. Looks like we're right through my eyes. Right there. Here it is. Alright, so we're over here now at Emma's project with her peanuts, and we planted, do you remember how many?
6 around the bucket and 3 in the middle.
Yep, 6 around the bucket and 3 in the middle. So we planted 9. And Emma has been gone, so this is a 3-week update, and we've got 7 that come up, and I secretly went ahead and planted 2 yesterday just to see if I would get some to come up. You're welcome. So we'll see if those come up maybe in the next week or so. We have not been watering these very much because you need to water them to get the plants to come up, but once the plants come up, then you cease on watering them very much because you don't want your peanuts to rot in the soil. So we got our first rain in like 3 weeks today, so they got plenty of good rain. Everything's booming around here. But these will still be ready sometime in October. But we just wanted you guys to take a look and see what they are looking like. And also, fun fact, that we didn't realize until, I guess probably last week, that the leaves close up like a Venus flytrap at night or when it rains.
Yes.
I don't know why, because we looked out here a while ago when it was raining and they had all closed up. And that's the way it does it at night. They'll fold in half. And if I think about it, I'll try to get a picture maybe tonight of them. I can come out here and snap a picture and throw it in here. So anyways, there's the update on the peanuts. You can fold the legs up if it's better.
No, it's this one.
Okay. Here's my strawberry bed. We got it covered with tulle, protecting the few little strawberries I'm getting out of these 1-year plants, because they'll produce next year. On to the big garden over here. We have all of our white Japanese eggplants, and we did find 2 of the purple ones the other day and got 2 of those, and there is actually one right there, and then you see our white ones back there, look like bananas. A new addition would be our 2 rows of okra, and then right here in these 2 rows we have some Win Robust popping corn that we got from Mary's Ranch and Wild Cooking. So we are growing popping corn this year instead of sweet corn, because we've got so much sweet corn that we had last year. Go check out last year's garden, you'll see that. But we had like 150 ear of sweet corn last year and didn't need any more. So we're doing popping corn this year. We've never done that. So we've got our okra here, and this is Clemson Spineless. We've got a zinnia volunteer over there, the light pink. Oh, and Logan's sunflowers. One right there, and one over there in the corner. Right there. This other palm tree looking stuff is the mole plants. And then right here we've got another zinnia volunteer. It's bright pink. And Logan's sunflowers right there. And then here's all of our tomatoes. We've actually had one to reach the top. Right there. But they're looking good. I've gotten 5 or 6 off of these early treats. You can see they're still changing, and they are loaded. I like these early girls. Not early girls, early treats. And walking on down, and you can see I mulched. So walking on down, I believe this is steak. We've got 2 down there that look like little apples. And down here we've got the Cherokee purples. And let's see, Logan's got a sunflower back here. Right there. And then he's got one right here. All of these little grass looking things are the chive seeds that I sprinkled down last year. As I told him, I wanted a whole line of chives back here, and they ended up being out here. So I just left them. I can use them or move them or something, but those are my 2 big chive plants, and they are going to seed, making their flowers. And that's what you can sprinkle around next year for the seed. And over here we've got Romas and Big Mamas. And then beefsteak, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and I believe these are Golden Jubilees. Yeah, these right here are Golden Jubilees. Got a bunch of marigolds over here. Those are orange back there. And these are burnt orange, burgundy red. Same there. Oh, and do you guys know what these are? See if I can get to focus on them. They're all over. They were all over my kale that I just cut down, and on the marigolds. So I'm trying to figure out if they're good or bad. Here is all of my peppers. These things are up to my hip. They may not look like it, but they are up to my hip already. And he's got some zinnias. Oh, look, there's a little butterfly on that one. Little butterfly. And then these are my jalapenos right here. And then we've got 2 lunchbox peppers. And then my candy cane pepper. Look at that variegated one. That's so pretty. Here we've got our eggplant. This is the Black Beauty, the big purple ones. Couple of there's a couple of blooms. Oh, I think I see one. Let's go see. I think I see one back here. Let's see. Yeah, I see one. Yay! We got a big Black Beauty eggplant. Black Beauty eggplant. Well, it's a baby one right now, but we got one. And then these are my 3 large, which that one has a disease. I think I'm gonna have to end up taking it out or cutting all those leaves off. These 2 are doing good. And I'm gonna take you around back and show you the other. I don't think it looks any different back here, but I have the yellow pear. Oh, and if you look right in there, right in there. Are you gonna move it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll move it for the people.
We are redoing our fence around the garden. Okay. All right, so we're redoing our fencing around our garden. These cattle panels. Well, there's a pretty little yellow marigold. Pretty big marigold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then right under there you see the yellow pear tomatoes. And we're gonna leave this back fence open so we can access it back here. But check out this root system, y'all. Those are, as soon as it'll focus, that's the roots growing along the tomato stalk, to where when it lays down on the ground it roots.
We're not letting it lay down.
Trying not to. It's done went up the top and over and starting to head south. So over here we've got our blackberries, and I've eaten several. Oh my God, I got so many.
There's good bundles already now.
I have not picked them today. Look, all of those. All of those. I have a couple of vines that do better than the others. This one is a limb. That one is a limb from one of these other ones. This one does not do good. This is last year's plant that should be blooming this year, that I should be getting the fruit off of, but it didn't do anything. So I'm letting next year's plant grow. And then that one has given me several. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. This one's a limb, and I've gotten 4 or 5 berries off of it, and I got 4 more ready right there. And then this one's kind of a slacker, so
that way.
I'll just keep letting them try.
Go up the hill and around.
That one's my best.
Over there by the center block inside.
I gotta pick some blackberries. It just rained, and these are so good. Look. Oh, not focus on my face. Those are so good. Really good right after a rain. Tastes like grapes. I got a surprise for you. If you stuck around this long, I got a surprise. Let me go show you. If you remember, in one of my last garden tours, I gave you a sneak peek of a project that was coming up. Well, that project has come and gone, and we've got it done. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We have got our front flower beds done. And these, if you noticed, have all the plants in them that were back there in those barrels. But check out what I did for the edging. So we put some plastic black landscaping edging down. And from all of the storms that have come through, I collected enough 6 to 8 inch limbs to cut 2 to 3 inch discs and put them along the edge. And then I didn't waste the trunks, like the small part that got too small for me to hold right there. We put those along there too, because I didn't want to waste anything. So now, what's in here? We got our amaranth, And then I've got mullein. It's around here. Right there. And then chamomile. Right there. And then back there we've got the Texas hummingbird mint. I just kind of left it in its own little corner. Try to keep it contained back there. And then here is yarrow. Moving on down, we've got, oh yeah, this is catnip because it's got the light pink blooms. And then I've got sweet basil, Thai basil, purple basil, which is kind of all laid over at the moment. And back here I've got feverfew right there. I've kind of got it lined up to just kind of fill in that area, grow and get big, and it's fixing to flower. And then the 2 lavenders from the pots back there. And over here we matched it doing the same thing. Lavender, purple basil, Thai basil, sweet basil, feverfew in the back, right back here, and catnip, and then mullein around the front, and then amaranth in the back. And I had 3, so I've got 2 on this side because this side's more visible because of the tree. And then here we've got chamomile that is blooming. I think I may stake it up so it's not all laid over. And then back there is the hummingbird mint. So here's the view from this angle on this side. And I put a cute little curve right here, and I matched it on the other side. Kept it straight along the front. And then once all the dirt, or sorry, gin trash, soil, whatever, settles in between these little discs here, it'll help hold them in. And then one other project that we are almost done with is we put rails on front of the house for the steps. And this is everything that was left over from the deck. This was the railing from the back deck, a couple of 4x4s, and we did have to buy 2 4x4s that went on the back there. You'll see they're a little bit newer. And then the only thing we like is to cut the top of these 4x4s off to make it flat, and then put this 2x6 up there. And then we'll be done with that.
Well, he almost got in trouble.
Oh, what'd Jason say?
Nothing. Emma, I asked her, did she want to try to do this? She's like, no, here, this is man's work.
Heavy, smelly, or any of the above.
Well, this is a project in action. As you can tell, we did not have a trellis on our cucumbers or loofahs.
What you're going to see.
So, we are fixing to get that done during the tour. Well, there's the garden tour for July. I don't know if I'll get another one in here. I'm going to try. I've got to help them real quick. We're putting up a trellis right here on the cucumbers and the loofahs because by this weekend they will be taking over this bed. Yes. We've got to get them trellised up so they'll have somewhere to go. So we will see you later, guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us, and we will see you next time. Bye.